Cut, prep, tack, weld. You're going to hear me say that a lot because those are the steps you want to go through in order to create a solid weld. Now, we are going to be focusing on surface prep now for our prep portion. As you can see, I have 3 pieces of material laid out here. These 2 here are hot rolled material and cold roll. The reason I have these out is because a lot of people say that when you're doing cold roll material, you don't have to do much surface prep. You just wipe it down with acetone and you can weld on it. Well, I'm from a different school of thought. I believe that anytime you're going to weld on anything, you want to take a flap disc. I prefer a 40 grit flap disc for surface prep, and you want to prep them just as you were prepping hot roll metal. When you're talking about hot roll steel, of course you want to get off all the dust, dirt, debris, what have you, but you also want to remove the mill scale. Anytime you are welding at all, you want your material to be shiny. You want it to be bare, raw steel. Now, you can see this. Here's some cold roll material, but you can already see it's been sitting around my shop. It's just a piece of scrap, but you can see it's already starting to rust a little bit. It has surface oxidation on it. It has grease and oil, dust, dirt, and debris, and you want to remove that before you weld on it. Now, if you're just doing some practice, that may not be that necessary. You can just take a wire brush and just get off the surface elements that are contaminating it. But if you are going in to weld on anything, if you want a structural weld that is going to hold, you want to make sure you prep it correctly. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to prep this piece of hot roll material here. I'm going to remove the mill scale, and I'm going to show you the difference between all 3. Now, anytime you are using a grinder, clamp down your material so it is solid. Always wear your safety gear. So as you can see, when you're done, your material is going to be nice and shiny. It's going to be very silvery and cleaned off. And that's what you want when you're going in to weld and in your weld zone. So that is surface prep. Now, also, flap discs are really good for removing spatter. If you had spatter buildup in your weld zone, you can see that there's spatter buildup on these clamps here, but you can remove that pretty easily with a flap disc. So that's surface prep.